Listeners, welcome to the 2025 5th Annual Supercar Show for Charity. We have a beautiful day here in the northwest suburbs of Chicago, broadcasting from Hoffman Estates, Illinois, in the parking lot of our home office.
When you think about just the impact over the last 5 years that we have had for these organizations, I think that is just one of the coolest things in the world.
I think it's a real important part to highlight.
Thank you again for having us. It's a great turnout as
Another
always.
beautiful day.
A beautiful day, beautiful weather.
You know, we can all reflect back to when we were young kids, you know, wanting the Lamborghinis,
right.
And they're here, and you can see the family.
Matchbox cars.
The Matchbox cars.
Thank you both.
Thank you so much. We're really grateful for partners like Clearwater Capital Foundation. We could not serve the families we serve without partners like you, so thanks.
Terrific. Thank you. Go enjoy the shows.
Thank you.
Look at the cars. Look at the cars.
Thank you.
Listeners, welcome to the 2025 5th Annual Supercar Show for Charity. We have a beautiful day here in the northwest suburbs of Chicago, broadcasting from Hoffman Estates, Illinois, in the parking lot of our home office. This is a fantastic event. You're going to see the cars rolling by in the background. We're going to be talking to the charitable beneficiaries. We're going to be talking to our key sponsors, people that have been with us in long-term relationships and in partnership to do this. And we have people that are coming in that are going to be new as well. So we have the 5 years running, relationships that go longer than that, and we have some people that have come in contact with us in this last year and stepped forward and said, I absolutely want to be a part of what you're doing here and the impact that's being made. After all, and you've heard it over time, impact is the result. That is the legacy component of anything that gets built, and that's what we're here to talk about today. So to kick off our dialogue in this event, I am joined by John Chapman, the founder and chief executive of Clearwater Capital Partners, and Greg Davis. Greg Davis is a partner with Clearwater Capital Advisors and the executive director of the Clearwater Capital Foundation. So there's no better way to talk about long-term relationships and vision and execution and impact than these two gentlemen. So John, Greg, welcome to this conversation. Welcome to this beautiful day. And here we go.
Pleasure to be here.
So I'm going to start with you, Greg, right?
Yes.
As the executive director of the foundation, and this is a Clearwater Capital Foundation event. Talk a little bit about the Clearwater Foundation and what today means as part of our mission.
Wow, thanks, John. What a pleasure to be here, and what a great day to be here with everybody. We're going to have over 1,000 guests the first day of summer. What a great way to launch the summer.
Absolutely,
isn't it?
absolutely.
Foundation's been in place here for about 13 years. The creation of you and John Chapman, and it's just been building since that time. We're 13 years in. Last year, we gave away $160,000 to local charities through our foundation, which is the conduit how we give back to the community.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and so many great organizations. We gave to 16 organizations through our 3 pillars last year.
Okay, and what are those 3 pillars?
That's women and girls, supporting them, supporting veterans organizations,
yeah,
and also just people in need in our community.
Very broadly too.
And we gave to actually over 30 people in total, or 30 organizations in total, if you include a matching program we have, employee matching program, which
I want to come back. I want to come back to that too in a moment,
Yeah.
in terms of the team, the culture, the engagement, because we've got the entire team pitches in and gives of their time and their resources to it. But the vision for this starts with John, right? So John, Clearwater Capital is going on 20 years. Next year we celebrate the 20th anniversary. Into that, you're like, yep, and we need to be giving back, right? We have a responsibility to give back through the foundation. Share a little bit about, who's Clearwater Capital Partners and why the vision of Clearwater Capital Foundation?
Well, John, thank you. And this is just such an incredible day. I apologize for being so distracted with what's going on around me. 20 years ago, we launched this firm to build what I've said then and say now, to build the firm that Wall Street wouldn't. To build something special that exists solely for the benefit of our clients, to empower them to live with confidence.
Talk louder, the engines are roaring in the background, right?
And of course, the spirit of abundance.
Yeah.
That was baked into our vision from day one. And here we are, these many years later, and it's just amazing. We used to joke, I was sharing with John before we started here this morning that this is the 50th anniversary of the movie Jaws. And very early on, when John first joined us, and we would get one account after the other, and then the accounts would get bigger and bigger, that we would look at each other and say, you know what? we're going to need a bigger boat.
Exactly. Right?
And here we are today, and I just would never have imagined that we would have the impact that we're having now, and that we could bring out nearly 1,200 people on a beautiful summer day to just celebrate fine cars. There was my Ferrari hat. But just to be together and to have this experience and to share this day is just tremendous.
Yeah, and in the end, the impact, and we'll be talking to the charities as we go through the day, as they talk about, because they're not just raising funds, right? The impact that they're having in life change that's taking place for people in a lot of ways that may never be our clients.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of the challenges of life that hit. So our ability to give back. I think listeners are getting a flavor of what's going on around here right now, right? We're giving all new meaning to the term tailgating in terms of how this comes together. But that ability to give back with individuals as we serve just some of the most generous people you'll ever meet too, and the way that they think about it and how that's inspired us, and then that work together in serving families. And then what does it mean for the team members, right, and the employee base? We'll talk a little bit about the matching program, but how does this play out within the team too?
Well, culture, as we all know, any business owner, anybody who works with other people understands that to do the right things with the right people for the right reasons is everything.
Yeah.
And I just take great joy in the fact that when we put this foundation together, people were gravitated towards it.
Yeah.
And now everybody on the team wants to be part of it.
Yeah.
And everybody is here giving of their time on a Saturday morning. They could be doing a million other things.
Yeah.
And they're just walking around with the biggest smiles on their face. They're all wearing the red t-shirts.
Yeah.
And you know what? Just the energy is amazing.
Yeah.
So I think it's just terrific.
It is. And Greg, you got a white t-shirt on.
I do.
As the executive director here and being different, but I guess I got a great t-shirt on too, right? So
I am promoting our merch tent today.
There you go.
It's $45, please. It's a fundraiser. Please
And the hat.
And the hat as well.
So hit on that too, right?
Yeah.
Because the cost, when people think about when they're donating, they're part of this, they're sponsoring it too.
Absolutely.
How does the economic model for this event actually work for people?
Absolutely. So we have a terrific group of corporate sponsors that are here, various tiers. You can hear some of them in the background, like you mentioned. Last year, John, we raised $80,000 from this event through donations from our corporate donors, through the merch tent that we have, and also our foundation supports pretty much the cost of this event. So it's all going back to the community, which is what it's all about,
Right.
And our firm, and this is something that John set up in day one when he set up this firm. 1% of our revenues goes into our foundation, which is our conduit to give back to the community.
Yeah.
And that's an important value of ours.
Yeah.
Giving back,
In that, I think that's so important too. The aspect of all the costs are underwritten by us.
Exactly.
Right? And I think about strategic philanthropy, right? We could write a check for the cost of the event and not do this. Why do this? Because other people want to engage. Other people might not, look at different things that they would want to be involved with.
Yes.
And we end up giving multiples of what the overall funds are versus the cost of the event too. So we can take care of the cost, and everyone that contributes, sponsors, buys merchandise, sends in funds from out of town, buys the auction trips for around the world. Every dollar goes to the end beneficial charities.
You're so right, John. And just a lot of folks in the community, they don't know about these great organizations that are the primary beneficiaries. And just awareness, just walking by the tents, hearing this podcast, and the organizations that are going to be talking about their missions and how they are, making things better for everybody in our communities.
Well, and so you mentioned the matching program earlier, and John talked about culture and people engagement, 3 pillars of the foundation.
Yes.
And yet we all have personal things that are meaningful to us and our families and how we think about it. How does the matching program work with our team members? And and frankly, out there, I hope there's some people out there that are listening right now that are thinking about, that's the kind of firm that I want to be a part of, right? That's giving back, that understands their responsibility. It's just what we're doing and how we approach it it's just humbling to be a part of.
Absolutely.
And I'm hoping people that are listening out there that are saying, I want to be a part of Clearwater Capital. As an employee, it's not even a benefit, right? It's just a part of our responsibility. What's the matching program all about?
Yep. So the matching program is a very generous matching program. So
I'm getting fired up out here
it
too.
is.
as
This
we
is
go.
great. Yeah. How could you not?
Right,
You know?
right.
This is such a great morning, and it's such a great event. And we haven't even talked about, who spearheaded this event 5 years. This is the 5th annual card show,
Yeah.
which we're raising great money for great causes. But the employee matching program enables each of us to give up to $1,000 to any organization that we, really feel in our hearts that we want to give to, whether it's one that's represented here or one that's different. But we have a very important process, a grant process that has to flow through, so we don't accept every organization. But to be quite frank, we want to match up to $1,000 of gifts that our employees want to give back to the community.
Yeah.
It's just a wonderful. Not many organizations have that either.
Yeah.
But it's the way that we can participate them in things that are important to them as well.
Yeah.
So we are the conduit. Our foundation is the conduit to enable that to happen.
That's what people think about 401k matches, which are
Yeah.
great, right? In terms of having that and employee benefits and how that all works. But basically, 100%, dollar for dollar, up to $1,000 in terms
Exactly.
of where it goes. And it goes to where that individual is in their heart is led, as
Exactly
you
right.
said.
Exactly.
And it's every team member that has the opportunity to tap into that.
That's
too.
exactly right.